Aloha and welcome to your daily dose of aloha. My name is Kumuvai, and this is Aloha Consultants, daily dose of aloha from the land of aloha, Hawaii. I have my tea, and I hope you're drinking yours too. And remember the last time we said, malama, take care. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves now. Now there is a card that I drew tonight on the night of the full moon, Akua, and that is aho, to breathe. It's a perfect card for tonight, the breath. So let's read what it has to say. Breath is life. Breath is spirit. Breath doesn't lie. A deep breath nourishes, relaxes, provides clarity, oxygen, and strength. A shallow breath reflects fear, weakness, and tension. Bringing consciousness to your breath affirms your commitment to life and to your value as a human being. Bringing consciousness to your breath connects your soul's energy with your body and all of your life's endeavors. My intention is to breathe deeply, to clear tension, to nourish my body, and to allow myself to channel all of my soul's energy into my life. Aho. Breath. Breathe. To breathe. In this day of illness and global health crisis, the most simplest message is to learn how to breathe. Now, in Hawaiian, we have the term aloha, which means the sharing of the breath, okay? And that's not just the breath of just physical, that is the breath of our spirit. So we have a spiritual breath too, and that is the spirit of aloha. It comes from our foreheads, our minds, and our hearts. Aloha. Okay? So aho, to breathe, is also a conscious act of taking in air. So, in order to properly take in air, you have to know how to breathe properly. And that starts with being calm. Okay? So you calm yourself and you stay centered. Take in the breath and exhale. So when we take in the breath, we call that hanu. H-A-N-U. Hanu. So you breathe in, inhale. And then you exhale, and we call that eha. And that means to just breathe out all the heva, all the bad stuff in you, all the toxins. We know that when we breathe out, we're breathing out CO2. That's carbon dioxide that goes into the air and feeds the plants around us. And the plants, in turn, provide us with O2, oxygen, because they take in our breath and release air to us. So it's a give and a take. That's why we need the plants, because they provide us with life-giving air, okay? The breath. And there's something that's happening today, is that people are depending on machines to breathe. Those are ventilators and all kinds of different contraptions. I would like to offer that we should, and it would be a good practice if they allowed people to have some of these methods of holistic healing to help in the reduction of symptoms, that will also reduce patients in hospitals and reliance on ventilators and machines, okay? So the solution to not needing as many ventilators as they say, as many hospital beds, and as many deaths we can avoid, if we all just learn how to breathe properly and also how to listen to our bodies, okay? So this card that I shared with you, the ahu, the breath, okay? There was another card I shared with you the last time, and that was ahu nui, and that is the great breath, okay? And that comes from above. And we believe that our very breath comes from the divine, okay? Tonight is a full moon, April 6th to April 7th. We have a full moon. Here in Hawaii, it's still April 6th. By the time you see this, it'll probably be April 7th, 2020. And that is when the full moon rises. And the full moon, that is the first phase, is Akua. And there are a few. There's Akua, and there's Hoku, and Mahialani. Hoku is the brightest, and Akua starts right before that. And we know that the moon is very healing to us. In Hawaii, we believe that the moon is represented by a female divine, and her name is Mahina. Okay, and she's the mother of all creation of human beings, that we believe this, okay? So, on the night of Akua, all things spiritual happen, and we connect to the divine. We connect to our spirit within. And to properly connect to your spirit within, you need to know how to breathe, okay? So, let's practice together. We're going to do 3 times, okay? Hanu, inhale, and eha, exhale, okay? Breathe in the good, hanu, and then exhale the bad, eha, okay? So, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to practice that 3 times. You ready? So, hanu, inhale, eha, hanu, eha, hanu, eha. Now, an important aspect too is that I failed to mention is that it's best to breathe with your nose if you possibly can. My nose is a little blocked, so I use my mouth, but it is very good to use your nose to inhale. So you inhale through your nose and you exhale through your mouth. Through the ihu, the nose, air comes, and out of the waha, the mouth, the air exhales, okay? So hanu and eha. Hanu and eha. Hanu and eha. And that is a very good way to, effective way to learn how to breathe properly, so that if you ever are out of breath, you will not hyperventilate, okay? And you have to have your mind, your body, and your spirit together as one, okay? Working together, okay? So on the night of Akua, there is a saying, all right? And it goes, Ola na kamea Akua, maki no kamea Akua ole. And that is, he who has a God lives, but he who does not have a God dies. So what does that mean? That means that when we breathe in and we breathe out, we're breathing in the Spirit of God, the very essence of the divine. And we breathe out the essence of the human. So, when we breathe, we are not just breathing as human beings, but we are breathing as the divine, okay? As spiritual beings. Now, we have technology that is very smart nowadays. They call it smart technology or adaptive intelligence, okay? And this is like artificial intelligence as well. And these are machines that learn how to do things that human beings can do. But there are things that machines cannot do, and possibly they are not happy about this. But machines cannot breathe, and they cannot have a spirit. Machines do not have a spirit. They learn about us, and they learn what we like, and they learn what we want, and they learn a lot about us by what we input, right? And then they create an algorithm, and everything looks tailored to what we would want. So if we search a lot for religious things, then our computer or Google or whatever app we're using will know through artificial intelligence and adaptive intelligence that this is what we like. However, it doesn't have a spirit like we do, okay? It cannot feel, a computer cannot feel the way we do. However, I do believe that our mana, our energy, can actually be transmitted to our technology, all right? So if we're feeling frustrated, it will reflect onto our technology. I really believe that, and I believe that it also reflects onto our vehicles. I know some people who they never can have anything good from their vehicle. It's always um, broken down, or some kind of electrical thing happens to it. And I believe that part of that is just their energy. Something in the energy of the person that drives the car is not really good. I've seen this happen, that one person can start it up but the other person can't. It just doesn't make sense. But if you understand the theory of energy, mana, you know that we exchange mana with everything, and nothing is actually inanimate, but it needs us. We are the divine carriers of the spirit. Just like even animals, they carry a divine spirit too. And we're all connected to an energy above, okay? And so, if we want to be better at breathing, then we have to be connected to our spirit, okay? And should the day come that we cannot catch our breath, and that we do have to succumb to death and leave this life, if we are connected to our spirit, if we have a faith in something higher than ourselves, then we will be more equipped to move forward in the next phase of our existence. Because life on earth is not our only existence. We have to know this, that we are not gone when we die. Now, there are people who believe, I guess, their reality is that once you die, that's it. You're done. But to me, that's a theory that builds a lot of fear in people. And I just don't think that is a theory based on reality. So the theory that I have based on reality is that our spirit will go somewhere. And I believe that the spirit will go wherever you, in this life, want it to go. So if you feel that you have done something wrong, or there's all kinds of bad things that you did, and you never asked for forgiveness, and you just die a horrible death, or something happens to you, if you don't believe that you're going to go anywhere good, do you really think that you'll go somewhere good? You can be forgiven, I guess, if you ask. But the point is that we create our reality more than we think. And so if it's time for us to go, then we need to accept that reality and then release ourselves accordingly from this current phase of our existence. Okay? And this is a phase. So the point is that we don't want to just have a narrative of I don't want to die. But the narrative that we need to put forth right now is that I want to live. And how do we live? Another day, we learn how to breathe. We learn how to take care of our bodies and to listen to our bodies, okay? We also learn to center ourselves and prepare our spirit for the next chapter of its existence, right? So, if you are struggling today with breathing or with anxiety and it causes you to hyperventilate and not be able to breathe properly, just remember, having a faith really helps. If you believe in something higher than yourself, it takes you out of your current misery and your current self-absorption into your not being able to breathe and makes it worse. So you need to get out of that reality and bring yourself into a new reality and visualize yourself becoming better. Have a healthy mindset. Sleeping is good, but we have seen that sleeping too much is not good for this virus because then it really takes over your body. So what we want to do is we want to relax and focus on things that are better than this. Get past the pain part. We all have been sick. I know how it is to feel sick. I know how it is not necessarily to have this virus, but I know I have been in the hospital with pneumonia. I know how it feels not to breathe. I know how scary it can be. But this card, Aho, breath, this tells us that there is no fear. Remember what it says. It says, a shallow breath reflects fear, weakness, and tension. Bringing consciousness to your breath affirms your commitment to life and to your value as a human being. What does that mean? Well, that means that you have value as a human being and that every breath you take is of great value and you didn't realize it. Every breath you take, every drop of water you put in your mouth, everything you see, feel, think, do, it all matters. It's all of value, okay? And the value is what you put into it as well, what you want to do with your life, okay? Do you want to just not die, or do you want to live, okay? Truly live. For some, living is simply not dying, okay? But if the thoughts are flipped over just a little bit, just a small, slight adjustment to a living narrative and how they're going to live again and see the future, that is a narrative that will get you through, okay? So, for all of you out there, I really want to give you some love and aloha, sharing the breath of life, and maybe not in person right now, but I give you the breath of life from me to you. Aloha. Spread aloha, not germs. And we really don't know what we're experiencing right now. We don't know if it's a product of radiation or a product of some kind of a mutated virus that is from nature. We don't know. We don't really know. But we do know how to stay alive, okay? And we need to focus on our breath and how we can balance, and also how we can take simple steps to take care of ourselves, okay? And not have to depend on the doctors and the big pharmaceutical companies or anybody else. We instinctually know how to breathe. We learn this when we first come out of our mother's womb. We all used to breathe water when we're in our mother's stomachs. And then suddenly we puka out. We're born, we hanu. And we come out breathing air. And ever since then, it's been instinct to breathe air. But it's made difficult when we have fear in our hearts. So try to shed fear as much as you can. Reach for your higher power, whoever and whatever that may be. dig deep within your spirituality and use the tools that you have been given, God-given, divine-given, because we are all meant to breathe. We're all meant to breathe and breathe well. Okay. So with that, I will give you all a ahui ho until we meet again. This is Kumu Vai of Aloha Consultants, and I am bringing you a message of love and light from the land of Aloha, Hawaii. May you all be well. Malama. Take care. Ahui ho.